everybody, you're welcome back again to the Reggae Appreciation Society. At the very dawn of the 1980s, dancehall, the explosive offspring of roots reggae, had emerged as the most popular sound on the streets of Jamaica. The younger generation became enraptured with the toasting by the DJs, the contemporary topics or real-life stories in the lyrics that they could relate with, and most definitely the pulsating instrumentals that lit up parties and dances all over Kingston. The phenomenal impact of these instrumentals or rhythms would rise dramatically with the dawn of digital dancehall by the middle of the 1980s, as drum machines, synthesizers, and computer-generated bass lines cranked out sharp and thumping high-energy sounds that were crafted specifically for the steppers. The digital dancehall era would spawn countless producers who have since created unforgettable sounds. But if asked about my personal favorites, in a heartbeat, I will list the likes of the Bam Bam Rhythm by Sly and Robbie for Shakademos and Pliers, the Diwali Rhythm made in the early 2000s and powered the likes of Sean Paul's Get Busy or Win Wonder's No Letting Go, or even the Slang Tang Rhythm, which literally marked the dawn of dancehall's digital age. But there's no doubt in my mind that the mesmerizing Punani Rhythm is in a class of its own by far. It's one of the most recognizable, ubiquitous, and beloved rhythms of all time, and has powered the careers of many legends since its creation in 1986, and the driving beat of many classics over the years. A sensational piece of music put together by a visionary producer and the hottest studio instrumentalist team in Jamaica's most renowned studio at the time. But for all its accolades, it's also received plenty of knocks, as it's been tagged for opening the gates to, plus being the official flagship of the slackness that pervades dancehall till date. Let's take a look at the story of the Punani Rhythm, dancehall's greatest instrumental. Now this story begins with ace producer Lloyd James, aka King Jammy, at his legendary studio in 1986. His outfit had been ground zero of digital dancehall since the accidental discovery and breakout success of Enemy Slang Tang a year before. Jammy's label and studio at Waterhouse became like a mecca for many artists who were all eager to tap into that new energy, as well as elite studio session instrumentalist duo Steely and Clevie, who also aligned with Jammy's vision, and the hits would soon start flowing thick and fast. Steely and Clevie would bring a new sound that was more intricate and robust than the Slang Tang rhythm by infusing their devastating electric drum and synthesizer play with a new array of effects previously unheard of. Red Hot superstar toasters like Shakademos, Major Worries, Shabba Ranks, Josie Wales, and Tenor Saw would all bag massive hits in that camp. But it was for Jammy's sound system's chief DJ, Admiral Bailey, that a once-in-a-lifetime instrumental would be created. Jammy's sound system was among the top outfits in the land, and Admiral Bailey was the top guy in that crew. And one night, while working the crowd at a dance, he was inspired to freestyle some slack lyrics that went "Gimme Punani, me want Punani," and noticed the crowd went wild with excitement. He would unleash it several times at subsequent dances and fleshed out the lyrics over time. When he felt it was definitely hit material, Jammy took him to the studio to record it over a sizzling instrumental that Steely and Clevie had put together. A thunderbolt of a beat that begins with a razor-sharp synth intro before launching into the relentless staccato boom-boom cack snare and a mesmerizing 4-note bass line. Admiral Bailey was ridiculously gifted at toasting, but this rhythm was unique and had spaces in it that allowed the toaster to ride the beat like a champion jockey on the finest thoroughbred stallion. It wasn't the first digital beat, but for sure the very first of its kind. And when you combine that kind of sound with Bailey's brilliance, you just know there's going to be a problem. When that record hit the store shelves in 1986, it caused havoc on the airwaves, in the charts, and definitely dance floors, as it was one song that refused to let dancers get any rest. It rocketed up to #1 in Jamaica's charts, and was arguably the biggest song of the year. And despite Jamaica's Broadcasting Commission banning that song on the airwaves, it would catch on like wildfire. If anything, the radio ban caused more people to go buy the record. To bypass that ban, Bailey would record a clean version called Healthy Body on the same rhythm, which also went to #1 in the charts and sold heavily like the first record. It would make Bailey a household name in Jamaica, but even more remarkable was the instrumental itself was more popular than he was. Jammy, of course, recognized its potency and wasted no time unleashing it on his other toasters. I believe the first cover of that beat was for Shabba Ranks for a slack banger in Need Light Pum Pum, which became one of his first breakout hits. The outstanding Major Worries was up next to ride the rhythm Babylon Boops, and was soon followed by Josie Wales for his massive hit song Wrong Move, which came out also in the same year, down to Yes Mama by Little John, Border Clash by Ninja Man, and I Found My Sonia by Coco T. This instrumental wasn't only rocket fuel for recorded material for the charts and radio, but over time became a favorite instrumental for selectors at sound system dances and DJ clashes, as it was just irresistible and perfect for DJs to either toast or sing over. It stayed the most ubiquitous and reused beat right into the 1990s, as a new generation of dancehall toasters rose to get their own share of the rhythm's magic. Beenie Man's career breakthrough as a recording artist began with his massive hits Gal Dem Sugar and Romy in 1996, both riding the same rhythm, not to mention his later rival Bounty Killer, who used that rhythm for his classic tune New Gun in 1993. And for a fun fact, in their numerous head-to-head clashes during their beef, that pair would use the Punani rhythm as instrumentals for their duo. Naming all the artists that have covered this phenomenal rhythm will take all day, as basically hundreds of artists, from the hardest toasters to the sweetest singers like Richie Stephens, Sanchez, and Wayne Wonder have all used it, proving just how flexible and versatile this beat actually is. But while it's regarded as one of the finest creations of King Jammy's legendary outfit, it's been heavily criticized by commentators over the years for ushering in the long-running bond between slackness and modern dancehall. Slackness was a novelty that was rare preserve of a few artists like General Echo and Yellow Man, but became the norm once Admiral Bailey's hits seemed to craft that template. Up into the new millennium, its relevance didn't slip despite the creation of numerous beats over the years, with whole albums put together by various labels like Greensleeves Records Rhythm Album 5 in the year 2000 and Dubstyle Presents Punani Rhythm in 2016, among others. It was always regarded as #1 rhythm in dancehall by most fans, but it became official in 2020 when a BBC Culture panel consisting of dancehall influencers, producers and artists like Washi Fire of Major Lazer, Tony Matterhorn and Wayne Wonder, among others, all voted it as the greatest dancehall rhythm of all time, beating the Slang 10 rhythm to second place. This spectacular instrumental isn't just a beat that launched many hits, but was truly a landmark technological and cultural blueprint for the ages. Its hyper-catchy and hypnotic bounce not only influenced Jamaica, but was among the foundations of dancehall subgenres like UK jungle and garage, and also a template for hip-hop and R&B remixes in the 90s. Its creation was, in my opinion, a prime example of lightning in a bottle, a product of a visionary producer and his elite studio instrumentalists at their peak at the very dawn of digital dancehall itself. There's no doubt in my mind that there were lots of immensely talented producers and production teams in dancehall doing marvelous things out there, but I can bet that none of them can recreate the magic and groundbreaking cataclysm that is the marvelous Punani rhythm. So there you have it. Thank you for watching this video today. Please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, Jah bless.